Hey guys, Marsningen here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and today we are going to do the Red Zone Broly mission to beat the stage in 8 turns. So, obviously, there's going to be a little bit of RNG playing its part here. Any units that have the potential for like additionals and stuff like that, obviously, you know, we could literally succeed or fail based on whether they get their additionals. So, the strategy here... obviously, if you don't have the gods, you can't run this team, but the strategy applies to any way that you're going to build a team to do this mission. Is we want to go for as much damage output as possible, and we're going to use the double Whis on the AoE phase strategy. So obviously, you know, that means we can get through that stage without randomly getting killed, especially because the physical units will get torn to shreds by the AoE Broly. And so, running down the team build very quickly, we've obviously got the gods as the lead, Tech Gogeta for the fusion and the scouter effect, the Tech new Super Saiyan Goku, obviously very good tank, has the revival, God Goku, I mean, that goes without saying, right? The Super Saiyan 2 Goku, because we want to go all in with the damage, when we get him to transform into Super Saiyan 3, we obviously have the potential for him to get 4 supers that could all be crits. And then we have the Super Saiyan 4s as well. So the Super Saiyan 4s are going to be off rotation, so they're not going to have like crazy good defense. But the only stage where they, you know, would really struggle is the STR AoE phase, where we're going to double Whis anyway. So that's the plan. Let's jump in and let's get this done in 8 turns. Okay, so... we're using the Kakarot support memory to give the permanent 10% buff to movie heroes units, because we are running, what, 4 out of the... well, if you include the friend, 5 out of the 7 units on the team are movie heroes. So, obviously, that's going to be very beneficial. And I guess we just go ahead and do this. So... or do we want you in slot 1? I guess you are the one that gets like the benefit from being hit in slot 1, whereas the gods do not. But also the gods need a lot of ki, because we need to start getting stacks off as early as possible. So let's go ahead and do this. I mean, the gods getting a 24 ki super straight away is very good, because that's guaranteed additional super and they're effective against all types. And we get 24 ki for the Super Saiyan 4s as well. So this is like the perfect first turn. And him super attacking the gods is perfectly fine. 123k is what it is, but they had the guard up. We still got over 500k HP after that. So, with the 24 ki, meaning we get effective against all types, both my gods... actually, is this my one or the friend one? I didn't see. This is the friend one. But my one and my Super Saiyan 4s are built for full additionals. So, obviously, there's always the potential that we get the triple super from them. And considering that they're both effective against all types, yep, there you go. So the friend getting the additional super. That's also 3 stacks for them. So very, very good. Yeah, we literally just killed Broly this turn. 5.3 for Super Saiyan Goku. My Tech LR Super Saiyan Goku has 2 dupes. He is full level 10 links. So the 18 key super, decent damage. And then he's going to get his extra defense stack off of that. So, we're looking pretty good here. The Super Saiyan 4s, thanks to getting the 24 ki, should finish him off. Because the problem with the Super Saiyan 4s, obviously, in this first phase, is if you don't get the 24 ki, so they're not effective against all types, if they don't crit, then obviously they're not going to be doing a lot of damage. Whereas now, this additional super is actually going to kill him. So, we did 1 turn the first phase, which is very, very good for this mission. That's the best start we could have asked for, to just 1 turn him. And God Goku wasn't in slot 7. I was just about to say I wasn't sure where the Goku was. Now obviously the only downside for this turn is if we eat the super with Super Saiyan 2 Goku in the final slot, then I'm pretty sure he dies even after a super attack, even after multiple supers and raising his defense. I'm not actually too sure. Because he can triple super before he transforms. So if he triple supers, I actually don't know if his defense... he might actually be high enough to live a super attack. But ideally, he just super attacks God Goku in this next slot after God Goku has super attacked. Because that's best... oh, look at that. Come on. Come on, Broly. Let's go. This could be the run straight away. It's the first attempt as well at recording this. And... yeah, we put Gogeta in slot 2 so that he would be back for turn 4, because that's the earliest time you can fuse. and then we get that Scouter effect, which of course is going to give us a massive benefit to this run. But yeah, all of this stuff is what we need, right? We need to be getting additional supers, because we're definitely not going to one-turn this phase, right? Not with this rotation, but getting the additional supers is always big. And then, of course, Super Saiyan 2 to Super Saiyan 3 Goku, he is just a full-on, like, RNG machine, right? Like, he could get one super this turn and not crit, and then the additionals just be normals. Or he could get multiple supers that are all crits. We'll take normal crits. I would prefer a super. Thank you. 4.8, pretty good. Rainbowed him off of this Dokkan Fest banner, which is very nice. I do very much like this unit. Because if you think about it, LR Cooler is basically like a slightly more powerful, well, quite a bit more powerful, I guess. A more powerful extreme version of the that Goku. So on this turn, my gods are the unit that were in slot 7, right? So they actually have guard. So we should put them in slot 1 because, yeah, they actually do have guard for this turn. Or I could do this, I guess, which actually probably does make more sense. Yeah, that probably does make more sense to do. So, do this. Alright, we can't get 24 key, but that's fine. Now, the friend at the end eating a super would actually be really bad, but we can get enough key for them to get their additional. So I think, as long as we do get good additional RNG here, we should be all good. My LR Super Saiyan Goku does have 25 additional, so he does have a 50% chance to launch an additional. Isn't necessarily going to be a super, but it is. So I think that means that the, I think that means my gods in slot 2 will actually kill. Yeah, they will, because they got enough key to get the guaranteed additional super. So there you go. We beat the second phase on turn 3. So we're looking very, very good here for the plan for the 8 turns. We'll be going on to the STR phase next, and we have enough HP to fuse with the Tech Gogeta. Then we're going to double Whis, unless the Scouter effect shows that there's no super. That would actually be really good. But I don't know if we're necessarily going to be that lucky. But this run has definitely fallen into place in a very nice way. So we'll go ahead and let's make sure the animations are on, actually. So we'll go ahead and fuse with the Tech Gogeta. Because that's the thing. Remember, this isn't a speed run in terms of like time. You only have to beat it within the certain number of turns. So it doesn't matter how long those turns actually take you. So if you need to take a minute to like stop, assess the field, decide what you're going to do, use your active skills, stuff like that, that's all perfectly fine. It's not a speed run based on time. It's solely based on the number of turns. So stuff like this. Okay, yeah, he's supering in slot 1. Alright, well, that's fair enough, I guess. So I guess that means then with the gods, with the Super Saiyan 4s on rotation, we literally have to double Whis or we just die. But that was always the plan anyway, so that's fine. Now, with the double Whis, they're going to take no damage. So what that means is I'm not going to fuse with them, because obviously while we're still in the unfused state, we might as well get the extra stack for them. Although, I mean, the fused version is going to do more damage, and they might not even be back again before we finish off the physical stage. I don't actually know, but because we're making such good time here, I think I am just going to not fuse them. Because I'd rather get that extra stack and then potentially have the extra defense. Because remember, we've used both of our items. So the worst case scenario would be that I fuse them now and then they end up getting killed in the AGL one. But could have nullified the super. Yeah, but then I'd have to have put the Super Saiyan 4s like on rotation, which I don't really want them to be. So if you can get 24 key, don't fuse. Yeah, we didn't get 24, but I think we're okay. We should be all right. But yeah, this is where it's going to get like obviously a lot closer, because the first 2 phases, you know, have decent amount of HP, but not as much as the later phases. It's when like all the active skills and stuff start kicking in is when we're obviously going to be doing the most damage. But it all depends, because the Super Saiyan 4s, we didn't get enough key for them to be super effective. So yeah, unfortunately, that means no big damage for them unless they crit. So maybe defusing was probably the best shout. Because the thing is, I know that we weren't going to kill this turn. Okay, well, we did triple super and we did get a crit. So if they could crit on this one as well, that would actually be very good. Because then we're not too far behind on damage. Yeah, see, not critting means we don't really do a lot of damage. But that's okay. So we can't transform with Goku yet, which is unfortunate. I guess we will just go ahead and transform the gods, right? Because we're using them in slot 2, which means when we get to the AGL phase, they're always going to have super attacks before Broly attacks them. And that means their post-super defense is obviously going to be really, really good. So I think we should be looking good here. Hey, shout out to Amit in the chat who just pulled Carnival Super Saiyan Goku. Let's go. All right, shout out to you. That's a GG right there. So, all right. So how do I get the most ki with the gods? If I do this, it's going to drop the physical orb down, isn't it? Not the AGL one. Because I kind of want all the STR orbs to connect. But they're not going to, are they? And if I do this, I don't think the tech orbs aren't going to connect the way I want them to. Man. Because if I put you in slot 1, how much ki do you actually get? Yeah, not a lot. Oh, man, that's so annoying. Alright, if I do this. Alright, there we go. That's fine. That's fine. We take those. Alright. So as long as Goku gets crits as well, I think we are looking good on this turn. Sadly, Super Saiyan Goku didn't get hit first, but... Alright, that's actually pretty decent damage. And we got an additional normal. I'm pretty sure we kill him this turn. I think the only way we don't kill him this turn is if the gods somehow don't kill him. And then physical Goku doesn't get, like, any crits. But he should. Or at least the gods should kill. Or will they? They get their guaranteed additional, 5.5. Will they finish him off here? They actually might not. But he should be low enough, I think. Okay, no extra additional. Alright, so Goku, unfortunately, he could literally do 3 super attacks and none of them crit. And we won't kill him. So this whole run for the mission actually could depend here on whether Goku crits or not. Alright, he did crit. There you go. There's our boy holding it down. That's what we like to see. Okay, so we are on turn 6. Okay, so we have 2 turns to kill him. Oh, look at that. Look at this rotation. I couldn't have asked for a better rotation than this. All of the attacks are in slot 1. Alright, we don't need to watch the transformation again. All of the attacks are in slot 1. And we can just put God Goku there. So we'll get him his 2 rainbow orbs that he needs. And then full 24 ki super for you. Oh, you can't quite get your full 24 ki super. That's unfortunate. 23 ki for Gogeta. So yeah, looking good. So turn 6, we're going to do a lot of damage here. And then it's literally down to the next turn. We just have to go ham with the active skills. Now, the only problem is, because we're not really taking any damage on this turn, that means we're not going to be able to transform with Goku. Actually, we floated off Goku, so we're not going to get Goku on rotation again. But hopefully next turn should be active skill city, and then we win, I think. It kind of depends as well what the gods do here, because the friend gods, they are rainbow. I didn't check, but I would assume at this point, if you have the rainbow gods set as your friend, they must be level 10 links. So they should be doing a pretty spicy amount of damage. Yeah, 6.5 million damage on their first super attack. And then, of course, we get another one. So how much is this going to be on the 12 ki? So they've already done 11 million damage. And then they're like, hey, you know what? Let's just do a third super attack for like an 8 million attack stat. So, yeah, that's pretty good. This has been falling into place quite nicely. I was getting a little bit worried during part of the STR AoE phase there. But even Gogeta coming in clutch with the crit. Look at that. We did half of his damage for 1 turn. My chat is a bunch of degenerates. No, I appreciate you guys. All right, so Goku's going to get... Oh, look at this. He's really coming for us now. Look at the super attack placements. God damn. All right, so we haven't seen any of these other active skills, so we're going to put the animations back on. So, first of all, let's fuse with the Super Saiyan 4s. Another one. Yeah, exactly. They're just, the gods went off in that last turn. That was actually crazy. Actually crazy. Yeah, typical gods W. Yeah, they popped off in that last turn. That was a wild. But yeah, there's like no way we don't win on this turn, right? Surely. Even with the worst RNG possible for additionals, because we're going to get both of the active skills here for the anniversary units. So, since we just fused with the Super Saiyan 4s, we might as well use their one first. This is still one of my favourite animations in the game, by the way.
It's time to unleash my most devastating attack.
I just love, like, this effect. And then the zoom in on the face, like, now. Or, sorry. Now. That just looks so good. So good. Yeah, Broly got triggered by that last turn. He's like, you know what? I'm just going to double super you. It's like, yeah, fine. I'll double active skill you. And then we're running a full... Like, these are basically the 3 best super type units in the game on this rotation. So, pretty good. Yada da 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 da. Pocket sand. Jesus. Alright, well, sorry, Broly. It's been fun, but I'm gonna cruise my way to the 8 turns mission now, if you don't mind. So we'll do this, and then we'll do this. So there we go. If we don't win on this turn, I would be shocked beyond all belief. Because Goku actually probably will take damage from this, because it's the first attack of the turn. Yeah, 246k, but, you know, this team has what? 700 odd k HP? And the gods, after they get their supers off, they can tank a super as well. Although, I don't think he lives after the gods attack. Like, the gods are getting guaranteed 2 supers. There's no way he lives. So, there you go. The 8 turns. This run definitely went very, very well. We definitely got some good luck, good RNG along the way. And, yeah, he barely survives after the 18-key super. The gods, of course, get the guaranteed additional super because of the amount of key. And they even come through with the overkill crit. And so there you go. First attempt. We end with, what's that, about 65% HP as well. So, very, very strong performance from the LR gods. And everyone on the team, to be fair. But absolutely obliterated him. Now, obviously, this video is not meant to be a guide of like, hey guys, just do this and you can win in 8 turns, because obviously not everybody has all of these units. But the one thing I will say with these missions that they added to the red zone is if you can't do the missions right now, don't worry about it. The missions are going to be there forever. You get 5 stones and you get a ticket to summon on the banner, which, you know, you could get something good off the banner, but it's not like a reward that you absolutely must have right now. So if you can't beat the mission now, if it's too difficult, you know, new units are coming out. We got the Part 2 LRs. We got the, you know, all the crazy stuff. I know the Heroes team at the moment is not the best, but all the crazy Heroes buffs that are going to come out in November and stuff. So if you can't beat these missions right now, don't worry about it too much. You should be able to beat them, you know, at some point in the near future. So there you go. That is the Broly stage beaten in 8 turns.